Welcome back to Outside the Beltway. I'm John Fredericks, and I am your blowtorch of free speech in America. Thanks for being with us today. It always is helpful when you do a radio and TV broadcast that you put on your lapel mic. I just learned that. That would definitely make a difference. Thanks for being with us. Follow me on social media at JF Radio Show, at JF Radio Show. And it's good to have you with us. Don't forget our big debate next week, Thursday, 8 to 10. The four candidates running, that's right, four candidates running for chair of the Republican Party of Virginia, even though that is an oxymoron because they really don't have one. They're trying to make one, and maybe one of the new chairmen will do that. That'll be decided in a closed-door meeting with the 80-plus state central meetings. But I'm putting this on nationally so everybody can hear from all the candidates. That'll be 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday the 15th. Right here live. We're going to be in Richmond, and the moderators are David Botkins and Johnny Reed. And the candidates, when you see them put up here on the screen, we've got all four candidates committed. Tyler, thank you for doing that. And that is going to be the four candidates. Nick Profit, he's in the Chesapeake area. We've got Mike Clancy, ran for Congress. He's up in northern, kind of like western Fairfax. He's up there. And then we've got Lynn Bogle and also Cameron Hamilton. So those are the four candidates. They'll be live, and we're good to go. So can't get that loaded, but we'll wait on that. That's all good. And don't forget, great after Christmas sale by Mike Lindell and My Pillow. I want to thank Mike Lindell for all he does. If you don't have their towels, if you don't have their slippers, if you don't have their comforter, you are depriving yourself of the finer things of life because they do such a great job. And right now, they got a great sale going on. The slippers are still $39.98. There's a $150 value. I got 3 pair. I got a pair that is in my closet, the hall closet that I wear outside when I feel like, I don't feel like putting my shoes on, because you can do that. They got a hard back, and I go over to make my bed or something, or just, come to the office on a Saturday. Those are my outside ones. Then I got 2 inside. Why 2? Well, one of them I travel with. Stays in my travel bag. And then the other pair is my comfy slippers. I put them on as soon as I get home. It's just about quality of life. Plus, their comfort is phenomenal. Now, Sammy the cat loves his pet blanket. We got it for him for Christmas. He never leaves it. And he never leaves that blanket. If you have a pet, that pet blanket's got 2 sides to it. I can tell you that Sammy's got like 92 blankets in the house. That's his go-to blanket now that we got him on Christmas. It was under the tree, so he slept there. Now it's on the couch. He's there. We put it on the bed. He's there. Doesn't matter where it is. He loves that Sammy pet blanket. So you got so many good things. Just go to mypillow.com, mypillow.com, and promo code Godzilla, mypillow.com, promo code Godzilla. And you're good to go. MyPillow.com, promo code Godzilla. You can also call them, as you know, and you can put that number there up in the Chiron. You can call them at any time. And let me see what I got here. 800-854-0504, 800-854-0504, promo code Godzilla. Get all the savings right there. Thank you, Mike Lindell. By the way, Mike running for governor of Minnesota. So that's going to be fun. I'm sure we'll do a bus tour up there one of these days as it gets a little bit closer. Okay, let's get to the phone lines. We got Jason Isaacson coming in a minute. Let's get to the phone lines. Peter in Lynchburg, line 1. Peter, you're live.
Hey, John, just want to say that you should sell tapes of your commercials to other places so people learn how to really do a commercial. Yeah, that's fabulous.
I'm pretty good at it, right? I've gotten good at it.
Oh, yeah. And you're not selling. You're just telling the story. It works.
Well, because I don't promote anything I don't have or utilize myself. I mean, that's if you just read the script, that's one thing, and sometimes we have to do that if it's an advocacy thing or, but like whether it's vaping or whether it's my Sammy pet blanket, I mean, the cat loves his blanket. I don't know what to say, right? It is what it is. Anyway, thank you. Hey, Peter, what station do you have us on in Lynchburg?
So you were talking earlier about these people whining about why Trump isn't fixing their lives for them. And and you sort of like posed the parenthetical question of like, what do you expect him to do? And I really think that when people the price of their whatever it is too expensive in the stores, you really need to ask them, well, what's your suggestion? What should Trump do about this? And I think that they should also be motivated to go ask the Democrats who are denigrating what Trump is doing, what's their plan to bring the prices back down that they helped to raise? This whole affordability question needs to be deflected back to the people who caused the problem. And I wish that the White House messaging was a little bit better about ask the Democrats what they're going. I mean, they need to help. The Democrats need to help Trump if we're ever going to get the economy and prices stabilize and wages up. They need to help Trump do that, and he does have plans to make this happen. The Democrats are the ones that need to be telling us what are their plans, because their plans are non-existent, I think.
Well,
anyways, it's just like the conversation needs to change.
Hang on a second. We could have had this debate 40 or 50 years ago, or even 30. You can't have it now because the Democrats don't want your lives to improve, because if they do, they don't gain power. So they want you to suffer in order to gain power. So there's no really collaboration, which is why I'm for getting rid of the filibuster, because you can't really collaborate with them now. One solution they have is to extend the Obamacare subsidies, which affects about 14% of people with healthcare costs going up. That's one solution. But I'm going to flip the question back to you. What do you think should be done to bring prices down? What suggestion do you have for President Trump or the Democrats, Peter, or anybody else? Go ahead.
I don't think there is a good answer to that, because the problem is not that prices are up. The problem is that the dollar has been devalued by Democratic policies, by too much spending. People don't even. High prices are a symptom. High prices are not the problem. It's a symptom of the problem. And like how do you make the dollar worth more money so it costs less dollars to buy a hamburger? That's really the question, and it's not. There's no easy answer to that except stop spending money and stop financing daycare centers for billions of dollars that don't even exist. Stop funding state and local politicians who are just, they're looking over. They're not saying anything about the fraud that's going on, but I can bet that they're getting kickbacks from the fraudsters. These people got to go away. The federal budget could probably be cut by $2 trillion a year if there wasn't fraud and duplicate spending. It's just, that's the only answer. It would be a tough thing to do, but I mean, that's really the only answer. There's no other way to make. I mean, what's Trump supposed to do? Go say, here's the maximum price for milk, and then what? There's no farmers producing milk because they're losing money on every gallon.
Well, Nixon tried that in early 70s. He called it, phase one. Remember phase one, phase two, phase three, wage and price controls. That failed miserably because all you get is shortages. And so the messaging has not been good. But look, at the end of the day, people are suffering. You can't dispute that. People are having a hard time making ends meet. And so we have to keep working towards it. But, the solution is not just, well, if I just focus on domestic policy every day, if you want to get prices down, you have to restrict supply. Okay. You learn this in what? Middle school, right? Prices are determined when supply meets demand. And when demand is outpacing supply because the government printed money that is backed by nothing, not by GDP, not by growth, not by gold, not by anything. They print money and flood the market with free and easy money. Then people have more money to spend. So demand goes up, but production has not met it. Therefore, you get higher prices. I mean, we learned that in the seventh grade. I don't know what they teach today, but that's what we did. It's called the supply and demand curve. So in order to get prices down, you either got to get supply up or demand down, or do both. Now, he's trying to get the supply up, by getting all this manufacturing money in, trying to get wages up by doing that as well. And demand has to come down, and it only comes down if you restrict the amount of cash backed by nothing flowing into the economy. And this is what Biden did. Biden created this. And I said yesterday, Volcker in 1981 arrested out of control inflation. People have short memories. Interest rates, he rose to 18%. So nobody could borrow any money. You couldn't borrow it. You couldn't buy anything. You couldn't invest in anything. Therefore, the flow of money contracted, demand went down because people couldn't buy anything, and then the prices went down, and then they went from there. Nobody's got the tolerance for that today. So that's our dilemma, and it's got to be a much more gradual thing. But I do appreciate your call, Peter, and thank you for the insight for what is going on. It's truth and clarity. And when the Democrats say, affordability, you're right. Ask them, what are they going to do other than expanding the Obama subsidies, which is just putting a Band-Aid on a problem. And look, I was in favor of it till they found the solution. Oh, we're not going to do that. So we have plans. They can't get passed in the Senate because the Republicans don't want to give up the filibuster.